I get for you?
Service is kind of slow.
Blessings to you.
What are you standing here?
I'm waiting. I'm paid to transport loads, not to haul them on my back. The cart won't unload itself, will it?
No, that's a stroke of luck. I'm just looking for a job myself. How about I haul those sacks?
It's all the same to me. Go and talk to the innkeeper about it.
You know, because she's safe.
Butcher? Safe? What?
What did you say about the...
Radovan, a decent sort, is Smitty's in Takov.
What did you say about...
Krazel, he's a bit of a rogue.
Excuse me?
It's just I've...
Where's the
Second door inside the tavern.
I'll go and start...
Nice.
Sister Los, ein Bier bitte.
You ain't here to carry...
My friend.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Bergov is about to leave the castle.
Sacre! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down. Let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semine, from the local noble family, is getting married. He's marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's going to be a big event.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like Von Bergov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem, because you've got a cunning plan, right?
Well, I don't exactly have a plan, actually.
God's hat, do I have to do all the thinking for us? I suppose we could stand at the side of the road and wait for Von Bergov to pass.
I'd say the wedding's a much better bet.
We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
Do you have any idea what you look like?
Well, all right. I may not look much like a noble, but my blood's still blue. People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar, as if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Ugh!
Work, your lordship, is an activity that all us common folk have to do when we need money. And it wouldn't hurt you for once either.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work.
So, which do I belong to?
Good question. Before I'd have said you were a peasant, but it turned out that you're a noble's bastard. And you're pretty handy with a sword. And you've even been in a monastery.
I'd rather forget about that.
You're a bit of everything. But if you get your hands dirty with labour, it wouldn't be such an offence against divine order as in my case. Pure blood, noble status and that. In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
I'm going then.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll scratch your back later.
How?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, Once we're out of the work, as soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head... Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs...
How generous of you, Lord Capon.
I know, my dear Henry. Such is my nature.
To me, then. I can't do it. We could come up with a plan to take her away.
Oof! That isn't half heavy.
A couple more sacks and I can be on my way.
Are as hard as rocks.
So... You ain't afraid of hard work.
Well, here you have it. Enjoy.
Listen to this. Ei incumbit probatio, qui dicit non qui negat.
Is that supposed to be Latin?
Do you know what it means?
No. And I doubt you do either.
The burden of proof is on the one who declares, not on the one who denies. So you see, I speak Latin. I just prove it. What did you say?
Say it again. It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
Stop insulting our dead companions.
What dead companions? You think I'm gonna fall for that cock and bull story?
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then.
Oh, I'm so scared.
That's enough. Cut it out, both of you.
Mind your own business. Take your ragamuffin friend and get the fuck out of our village.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me. Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
Don't spare it!
Piece of shit!
I'll rip your ass open!
You can't take me!
We'll see about that.
You should have fucking stayed out of it.
Let him have it!
Hey, now fucked up.
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker.
Yeah! Now we finished it.
You're no match.
Fucking hell! He knows how to sword fight.
Now you're finished.
Ain't had enough.
You can't
yet.
take me!
We'll see about that.
Nice strike.
Now we'll have you.
No surrender!
No surrender.
Enough!
I'm all yours. No chance.
Surprise, eh? Hey,
You leave me no other choice.
you led him on nicely.
Get the fuck!
Good.
Show your stuff.
You're no match for me!
Cut the bullshit and fight.
Zeig, was du drauf hast.
You're a dead man! You know that?
Now we'll have you.
Come. Damn it.
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds.
Bastards! This will cost you dearly.
Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse.
What?
You behave like a spoilt brat.
How dare you speak...
You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship.
You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess.
Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it?
Fuck off.
Shut up. Or you'll get a whipping too.
Just who the hell do you think you are?
I'm sorry, sir, but it's your fault what happened in the tavern.
What? My fault? You can't be serious. Whose fault is it that we're in this fucking pillory?
What? Who started quarrelling with the locals in their tavern? You should have listened to me and calmed down.
And let him insult me? Fat chance. If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
Hey, let's just stop all this arguing. It'll just make things worse.
Fuck you. I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
That's enough. Don't you fucking realise how badly you've been wronging me all this time? I bend over backward for you. I tolerate all your stupid fucking whims. And what do I get? Insults and accusations. But right from the start, you acted like you were on some nobleman's outing. All you cared about was whoring and boozing. You know full well the ambush was your fault, and now you're kicking out so you don't have to admit it.
What do you...
But let me finish. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth like you, but unlike you, I'd have managed to deliver that message. That's because I'm responsible and know how to behave in a way that doesn't make me feel ashamed. In a way that would make my parents proud of me.
Which parents do you mean? Radzig?
Aye, Radzig, let's say. Nobody could be proud of you, Capon. Nobody.
We'll see who's proud of who.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Isn't that?
Ocelotto.
Hey! Open Bogo!
Oh, shit. Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight.
What are we gonna do?
You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Bergov at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
Yeah. If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good-for-nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
I suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find muck without you, you stuck-up Lord of Perkstein.
Hey, over here. Well, come on.
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskowitz.
You're welcome. At least it was good for something.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side. Now things can only get better.
Barely. Look at me. They just let me out of the pillory. Nobody wants anything to do with me. And I don't even know what hill that is over there.
Well, that there hill is Slatego. And you pull yourself together. Like Tomcat says, nothing's impossible. And bruises build character.
Hey, you. What's your name, anyway? What do you do?
I'm Bara. Just Bara.
Looks like you know your way around here pretty good. You're from here, right?
I ain't. I'm just passing through.
You're something like a wanderer.
Nah, I usually find work with someone, stay for a while, and once I save a bit, I move on.
Then why are you begging here?
Sometimes I collect herbs for the apothecary, or help in the tavern. But I'd like to go somewhere else, so I'm scraping up whatever I can. But on the whole, you could say I'm a traveller, or a nomad. But don't say it too loud, the locals don't take kindly to them.
Why?
Because they're different, and it scares people. They travel from place to place and take their home with them.
I'd like to see what their homes look like.
You can go and see them, just don't stare too long.
Why exactly are you helping me?
Why? Why? I've been in the ship plenty of times, and I know how appreciate...
Where are you headed?
For work, to the city. They all promise the moon, but then you're eating stale bread with the city folk.
You said you were going to a city.
I'd like to go to Prague, but I don't know anybody there. In Kuttenberg, at least...
Aha. So...
Well, she doesn't know it yet. But I won't be troubling her long, just until I find a way to make a living.
What do you want to do in the city?
I'll find something. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not half-witted. Maybe someone could use a cook or a servant.
Don't get your hopes up. The city can be a pretty dangerous place for a girl on her own.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the bucketful? And the streets aren't full of roasted stuffed geese? I appreciate your concern, but I have to get to the...
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offence, but compared to him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
How does he show off for the girls?
With his muscles. He ricks logs with his hands. He even let himself be run over by a loaded hay wagon. Crazy. But to be fair to him, he sometimes helps people. Stanislav's sheep fell into a pit one time.
And Tomcat pulled it out?
And, not just that, he crawled down to get it. And when he found the poor thing had a broken leg, he carried it on his back all the way home.
Where might I run into Tomcat?
In the camp by the tower. That is, by Rock Tower Pond. He watches the camp for the nomads.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business, but strangers usually mean trouble for them, so they're careful. Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue, otherwise Tomcat will show you some of his other skills.
I'm practically naked. Nobody's going to want to even talk to me like this.
At least you're not walking around bare-arsed, although that might not be a sorry sight.
Ah, very funny. I'd rather you tell me where I might get some clothes.
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin, a monk's robe, or perhaps Sir Brunswick's armour?
I'd like to look distinguished, like the proper right hand of a highborn lord.
After what you did here, I'd say your days as a right-hander are over.
Still, I don't want to look like some yokel.
Without money, you can't deck yourself out in much finery. You'd certainly find something fancy in Bartoszek's workshop. And if anybody asks, you didn't hear it from me.
Thanks. These'll come in handy.
Just don't get yourself caught again.
I have no money. I might as well beg on the village green like you.
The hell you will. This is my turf. Here you go. I'll skip supper. It's partly your doing anyway.
Wow.
Yeah, don't start crying. You'd better...
Damn. I could use a horse.
Don't exaggerate.
Still.
There's a stud farm in Semine.
And which way is Semine?
Southwest from here, not too far. There's a road goes right there from the green. Just go down the hill. Once you see the walled farmhouse, you're there. Though, I'll be a queen before you can afford a horse from Semine.
Do you know where I might find accommodation?
Betty in the tavern lets people sleep in the hay. But you have to pay.
I'm not going near that tavern. I'd catch hell again. Got any other ideas?
If you find some work, maybe you'll get a place to sleep too.
My main concern is getting to that wedding in Semine. Do you know anything about that celebration?
Well, yeah. People are talking of nothing else. The Lord's son is getting married to the sister of that lout he was fighting with.
How much time do you think I have? Have the preparations already begun?
From what I hear, the bride's dress still ain't finished, and blacksmith Radovan still ain't started smithing the gift for the groom. So, no rush.
Hopefully by then I'll find a way to sneak in. Oh well. It was nice to meet you, but I should probably get going. Get a job, and so on.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till we meet again.
God bless.
Oh.
What's new in the county, Master Bailiff?
I heard something's going on in Takoff again. Project the Innkeeper is probably coming up with some Will they never cut it out? Their bickering is making work for me.
And now I've been visited by one of the local peasants.
He said he found more fresh graves behind his field, just below the village, along the road to Nabokov.
What do you mean, more? You sound like this isn't the first time.
That we found someone buried here? Don't even ask. I've been digging up bodies ever since that bandit gang started running rampant. Also, if it wasn't bad enough, now someone's stealing cabbage.
Cabbage?
Aye, and the peasants won't stop bugging me about it. I was just visited by a peasant from Jada. Say, do I really have to do this? Do I have the time? And that's about it.
That sounds interesting.
Good day.
Look out!
Let's talk about the price.
Warum nicht? Nein, so bestimmt nicht. I'm done haggling with you. Wie schade. Auf Wiedersehen.
Ave Maria.
Greetings to you.
You can't just stroll around here without soap.
What happened to you?
I'm in big trouble.
How so?
I lost a letter. I was supposed to deliver.
What was...
I have no idea what it said. But it was my master's beloved.
Oh, so it could just as easily...
I don't really care what was in it.
Do you know...
I haven't the faintest idea.
Would you like me to...
There's no point now. I've been on the road for 2 days.
I have to be... I hope you find...
Me too.
I'm sorry to hear...
Wait! Punch me in the face.
What?
Smack me in the gob. I'll say I...
Very well then. Defend yourself. Or not. It's up to you. You ready?
I am.
Enough.
Fuck you and your
I give up. All right.
Oh.
Do you think...
Oh.
Glad to be of help, then.
go!
I don't have a spade.
Greetings to you.
There's nothing to eat here.
Greetings.
Welcome. You can buy a few days ago. I salvaged.
And where did the wagon tip?
On the roads near the catch-up pond. Beyond, I can't tell you how much it still pisses me off. But what? Me too. But what?
Show me your... I'd like to discuss the price.
Natürlich, kein Problem.
Do you accept?
That's not enough. I'm done haggling with you. Wie schade. Auf Wiedersehen.
The cheek on you! I'll give you what for. Don't cause any trouble. Got it? Halt! Zach, show me what you've got on you.
Go ahead and search me. I've got nothing to hide.
Well, well, well. You didn't come by. I'm confiscated, and I don't want to see. Now move. Hail.
sit. Greetings.
Greetings.
What do you have for...
Word about the price.
Sure, why not? Aye, you'll convince me with that price. Pleasure doing business. Take care.
Blessings to you.
Another of von Bergov's men. Another of von Bergov's men? But this one has a cross.
This'll be interesting.
Why the fuck is that sheep lying there? Ugh, it's starting to smell. And it's all torn up.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Lovely you bow the other day for a great price. What good's a bow to you, for God's sake? What a waste of money. Didn't you hear that the king himself announced? Hey, fella, stop off for a bit of chat.
God be with you. I don't have a lot of time, but I'm always up for a game of dice and a flagon of wine.
I hear you. Never any harm in that. Nothing for it but to perk.
What do you mean for your tree?
Actually, I mean...
But what's the hold-up?
In short, we found a perfect oak for a new mill wheel. Only some whoreson set... And now we're waiting for them to haul up.
Why don't you just send those reprobates packing?
Vagrants? Hell, man, they're armed. Don't stoke my fire, lad.
Come on, then.
Let's...
You're a dead man! You know that?
Cut the bullshit and fight! Not like that, for fuck's sake. Go fuck yourself. Hey, nice. Oh, Christ. Take that! Not like that, for fuck's sake. Jesus! I'm hit!
God wills it!
Again. Thought you were going to teach me how to fight, lad. But that was a pretty good fight. Hope your back's not too sore on your travels.
Are you all right? You look like someone gave you a thrashing.
Don't worry. Nothing's wrong.
Wait, that's my Pebbles, my girl. I thought they killed you down by that pond.
Go!
God!
What did you get yourself into, lad? Go and see the surgeon before you bleed to death.
Nah, I've had worse.
God bless.
I heard at the Troskovitz Tavern that you might have a job offer.
Well, you don't look lame. I reckon I could find some work for you.
I also heard you're invited to that big wedding coming up.
That's no business of yours at the moment.
All right. So what kind of work do you have for me?
You'll be carrying sacks of flour.
Well, I probably won't find anything better around here anyway.
The sacks are in the barn, and the wagon is in front of it. I'll give you a groschen for every half dozen you carry. It may not seem like much, but if you don't dawdle, you might even save up for some nag at the Samine stables. I heard they got lucky and recently rounded up a bunch of horses from some company that got routed by bandits. They've got some gray old nag that they're practically giving away. You won't have to buy food. We'll take care of that. and you can sleep here, in the barn. But not on the sacks of flour. You understand?
The fuck?
Careful what you wish. See you soon, my friend.
Where should I lie down?
Well, it's best if you sleep upstairs. Go up the stairs to the next floor, and then climb the ladder to the attic.
What's the purpose?
You notice the blood?
And can I try?
Why not?
To Zhelyov?
Aye. Once in a while, he earns a few groschen.
And if I beat your hands, would you send me to Zhelyov? I could also...
God be with you.
Don't shove.
I should eat something. I really need to eat something. A bit longer without food and I'll really start to be grumpy.
Where did this fella come from?
This is who you get instead of Zenek. Fuck me. Good morning.
I hear that.
The mil-
And who...
Well, if you manage to beat me, you can try Malik. And if Malik ain't tough enough, he'd tear you to...
And...
Nothing to it. You put aside your weapons and and from...
Don't worry.
We'll see about... Farewell.
Oh, fuck, that's heavy. Oh, I'm sweating like a pig. Maybe this one will be lighter. Ah, fucking hell. Oh, what a slug. Oh, bit heavy for flour. Oh, I'm sweating like a pig. Oh, fuck, that's heavy. Ah, fucking hell. Oh, what a slug.
This is who...
Praise the Lord.
Saying the oak's dangerous and has to go.
Christ, there'll be nothing nice left here at this rate.
Don't worry. When's the last time you saw the bailiff get anything done on time? That tree will still be here
Shove.
long after we're gone. This is who we get, isn't it?
Where did this fella come from?
God grant you health.
This is all you get for it, isn't it?
God bless.
I have an ulcer in my stomach. And the physician said... Oh nein, du Bettler. Was willst du?
I'll have a look at... I'd like to do something about that price.
Natürlich. Kein Problem.
Do you accept?
We're nearly there. Just lower your price a bit more. Hey, you'll convince me with that price. Das war ein gutes Geschäft. Auf Wiedersehen.
You better watch out for me. Got it?
This property belongs to someone else.
Be careful. God is punishing us for our sins.
Greetings to you.
That's a fine maypole.
Oh, Christ, it's hot out.
Good day. What would you like?
I heard you could use a helping hand at the forge.
I could. My last two hands, well, what do they call you?
Henry.
I'm Radovan. You should know Henry. The blacksmithing isn't for everyone.
Yeah. I basically grew... My father was a swordsmith, and not just any.
For the nobility, eh? Well, as it happens, I have to forge a wedding...
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't...
Sure thing.
Great. Find some iron and get started then.
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of butter, but if you don't have your own stuff, you can get everything from the chest in my forge. Go over to the anvil. Let's get started. Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up bit by bit. Try poking it around for a bit. Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above it. Give it a pull. Works the bellows. Tell the temperature by the color, but you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out. See? That's exactly the straw color we want. You've got talent, lad. Now heat up the whole thing. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway. It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up like before. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. See that? Besides the spark, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes. Sparks! That's the stuff. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easier. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the... There you go! You've got it finished! All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking. Right, let's have a look. Very nice work. Your father taught you the trade well.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here. Even so, keep in mind, it's all about making sure every strike does its job. That's why you can't let it get cold, or keep striking the same spot. If you work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last one, you can't go... Got that? Or...
What good does it do me to whistle?
It makes you work to a rhythm.
How do I know?
By the sparks, it rings out with a different...
What's the right...
Do it till it turns the color of straw. Ideally, the main thing is, don't work it, but don't overheat it either. As soon as sparks start to fly...
How will I know it?
Notice the shape. The closer you are to...
Thanks.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed. And there's a chest. And of course, you can use... Any questions?
What can I do?
Well, you can sell them. Though you probably won't have much luck around here. You can buy some essentials from me. But if you want to make a fancy sword with lots of ornamentation, this is just a village, you know. The locals ain't after luck.
Where exactly?
At the side of the house. There are 2 doors and a wheelbarrow between them. And you can put your things in the...
What now?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. You're pretty good at swords. But what the locals... Right. Here are some simple drawings that show what you can get down to.
Just like that?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because you already know a thing. You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge once you've made some coin and feel like being out in the open again. It's about those two idiot hands of mine, Venser and Franzi. They drove off with a cart full of goods towards Semin. And...
Do you want me to find...
Just so. But more importantly, I want to know where my cart ended up. And...
Have you any idea?
There's only one road to Semin that can take a cart. It leads from Tak, but I've got a bad feeling they got...
Those two hands of you...
Can't tell you much. I don't think they wanted to stay here with me for long. But these...
Were they suspicious?
No, they worked hard. They ain't no slap.
All right.
Go ahead. And if you find that pair of fools...
Gladly. I heard you could teach me something.
It can be done, but it doesn't... What are you in?
I'm still not really sure.
Why not? Why don't you forge me another hunting...
Yeah.
Let's see what you... Are you gonna get started then? Stop faffing about and get to work. Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up. Try poking it around for a bit. Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above you. Give it a pull. Work the better. You can tell the temperature by the color, but you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Try moving the sword along... the anvil so you can get the hang of it. Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out fast. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. The sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side. Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway. It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Sparks. That's the stuff. Well struck. a flying. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easier. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going. There you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking.
I'm a bit peckish.
What would you like?
Can I ask you about that?
What is it you...
What was the car?
Bugger and bollocks. All sorts. There were some hunting swords and some kitchen. There's a good month's work.
All right.
Time.
Show me. I'd like to discuss the price.
But of course.
What would you say to this?
We're getting close. Lower your price a little more and we can shake hands. Very well then. And a good day to you, friend.
It was you! Surrender, now!
Easy now. I surrender.
I've got you. If you think you...
Take me away.
Right then, let's go. I'll lock you up in the pillory.
My arms are all
Like a wet
sore.
dog.
Ah, what a disgrace.
Are you blind? Greetings.
I came to apologise for if we caused any damage.
Ah, it's all war. You've served your penance by carrying them sacks, and I'm sure you won't. If you want to help me out, though, there's a group of humans at the table over there, and they want some food.
Should I kick them out?
No, a guest's a guest, and coin's coin, but...
All right.
You'll manage. But be quick about it. The stop and no more fighting.
Seriously, God be with you, my friend. Good day.
At least take a bath before you go out.
Christ, you stink to high heaven.
At least take a bath before you go out.
What's that stink? And
Can I spend the night here?
Not a chance.
farewell, my friend.
What's the latest?
If it's work you're looking for, you could stop. His wife is always... If you ask me...
And have you heard about...
No.
In the rocks below Semaine, the local... But now they stand it up and now.
Where did the...
Between the rock tower and lower Semaine. You shouldn't go...
Why not?
The Semaine lot did that. They were a special and so they took... And that's about...
Sounds interesting.
God be with you.
Don't cause any trouble, got it?
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
So I says to him, "No, father, I haven't been fornicating. I've just been loving my neighbour."
Hey! You alright there, laddie?
Oh, you should have seen him. He went as red as a cardinal's hat. Aye. Hey, servant, bring some wine.
Me? I'm not a servant.
Oh, I know. Old Samine is saving supplies for the wedding later. But you didn't need to bother your wee head about that.
Look, I'm not from here.
Oh. I didn't give a fuck where you're from. You speak our language, do you not?
Well, Yurko, seems to me this fella doesn't know how to behave toward his betters.
The old man's hired hands are lacking in manners. We'll soon fix that. Now you're gonna die! Fuck you!
Who's that man? Stop beating him!
You've no chance against me!
Shut up!
Come on, you're good.
Whacker!
Go for it, Yurko! Put him on his
Does anyone live by the Bible today?
Fuck you! Come on, man. Oh, you wee
What in the devil's name is fucking going on here?
What do you think's going on, Grandad? I'm teaching your people here how we do things.
Grandad?
Why, Grandad? An old captain like you probably still remember the flood.
True enough, Yurko. I am old. And I remember all sorts of things. Like you. When you were a little nipper running around here bare arse, with a ribbon in your hair, screaming out how you was Princess Sophie. Poor lad, hadn't a moment's peace from his big sisters.
What about that wine?
Who in God's name are you?
Henry. The Takoff blacksmith sent me. Radovan.
Blacksmith, eh? Then you'll have some explaining to do. Come along and never mind that fool Yurko. Young Samin's getting married, so we has to put up with his kin from Moravia.
We'll be needing a dozen geese. And I must tell Vashek to get 3 pigs ready for slaughter. And the carters will have to be sent to Yetchin to get at least a peck of poppy seed for cakes. And gingerbread spices. Oh, and wine, too. It's almost all gone, what we bought only last week.
Enter!
Sorry to intrude, sir. This is Henry, blacksmith Radovan's hand.
Oh, excellent. Dorothy, leave us now. Just make sure that there's plenty of everything so long as it doesn't cost too much.
But, sir...
Not another word! Leave us! So Radovan sent you alone. Who's going to unload it all? It's a whole cartload.
Yeah, Radovan sent me, sir, but not with the goods. The thing is, he's missing his cart, along with the carter in his hands.
What? But they never came here. Are you telling me they got lost?
Well, I couldn't tell you what happened to them, sir, but it's my job to find them.
There are all sorts of vermin roaming the countryside.
Oh, no
sir.
need to imagine the worst right off, gnarly. Anyway, I need the load from that cart, so saddle up your old nag and we'll ride out, Captain. I could do with a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to the eyeballs with counting geese and pies.
What about Henry here, sir?
Well, what about him?
We could use an extra pair of hands. You know how my shoulder's acting up. Yurko is shit-faced, and your son...
The older has work to do. All right, take Henry with you if you want. Just so long as he doesn't slow us down.
Thank you, sir. So, lad, you going with us? I hope you're happy about it.
Yeah.
Oh, you reckon we could...
No.
By the way, the fellas at the gate say you...
Yeah, I did.
Christ above. And how are you going to ride with us? On the back of my... And I'm a bit too old.
You got a stud farm here, don't you?
Aye. And then we'd never see hide nor hair of you. Nor our groom brought in a grain, tell him you've got to ride out with us, and he'll...
All right.
Well, that should...
Actually, I'd like to go...
Wouldn't we all, lad?
I'd eat and drink my...
I hope Lord Sameen didn't hear you. He'd be none too pleased to hear you...
I beg your pardon, Captain, but that's...
That's an unspoken truth, son. Anyways, you're Radovan's hand, ain't you? He'll be coming to... Stick with him. They're Lord Sameen's kin.
Only they're from Moravia.
But what could I tell...
We should probably...
That we should. But it's getting pretty late. We need... Come back in the morning. If you want, stay here. You'll get a bit of grub in the kitchen.
Don't cause any trouble. Got it?
Oh, what a
Cheers.
stench.
I hope you have an uneventful shift.
Greetings.
That's fine, but there are bandits and thieves running rampant across his land. It would be better if they
Empty. I'll have to go somewhere else.
Mind where you're going.
What a stench!
God grant you help.
Ha! Now I've got you. You can't say you weren't warned. You'll pay up and show me whether you stole...
Yeah. Who stinks here? What did I do to you?
Don't... Can I ask you?
Sure.
How about...
Well, actually, I don't know that much about Serato. He ain't in Trotsky that often.
That's all you know?
That's it.
I'll get...
Mind where you're going.
Even with a skinful in you. You sorted that wee ball bag out good
Phew.
and proper.
You
No one gets the better of you.
You're not permitted to be here. You can't say you weren't warned. You'll pay up and...
Ugh. Have you been rolling in shit? What did I do to you?
Keep the peace, and we won't have any problem.
God bless you.
For the rest of his days.
What was that Gnarly was saying about your soul?
You won't surrender! You just fucked
Pacify
up,
him!
asshole.
Quick!
Surrender or die!
Mercy! I surrender!
Felt like doing a bit of robbery, did you? Snooping around on other people's property like that? For now, you'll pay a fine.
Твою мать, где? Где этот амбар, где можно поспать?
Ugh. Have you been rolling in shit?
Keep the peace, and we won't have any problem.
Greetings.
You know your stuff even with a skinful in you. You thought...
God grant you... I'm sorry.
Shouldn't be walking around by yourself. Awful things.
Look out! close to the others. It's not safe here.
I'm ready to set.
All right. Stay close.
As you say, sir.
Where will we start searching, sir? If they drove out of Tarkov and headed towards us, they had to pass through Troskovitz.
Right, sir. You keep up with us, son. Troskovitz ain't far, but it seems there's fellas vanishing on the way.
Very good, Captain.
What do you think about it, Captain?
I know you told me not to jump to any conclusions, sir, but I can't help myself. Someone's running rampant around here, sir.
I know who's running rampant. Yurko in the cellar. We're out of wine again. I knew this wedding wouldn't be cheap, but I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. And the bailiff, the bride's father, you'd get more blood out of a stone than coin out of him. And then he behaves like I shit golden eggs just because I'm a noble. Even though he's got more coin than me.
Such are the times, sir. But that Yurko, he's going too far.
You know how those Moravians are. It's in his blood.
Aye, I noticed. But they're getting too much to handle. Him and his cronies. They started on young Henry, soon as he set foot on the courtyard.
What? Is that true, Henry?
It was nothing. Just a bit of a friendly brawl. They clearly had a skinful. I can understand it.
Well, I've sure as hell got no understanding for it. I hope they didn't hurt you.
I'll say it for you. Henry got his arse kicked. You know Yurka's as strong as an ox.
And why wouldn't he be, with all he eats and drinks? But what can we do with you, Henry, if even a drunken Moravian brawler can beat you? We could get into all sorts of tricky situations along the way.
That's true, Henry. But there's something we can do about that. I think Lord Sameen here could teach you a thing or two.
Yeah, why not? What do you say, youngster? Fancy a bit of training?
It would be an honor, sir.
Excellent. Not afraid, eh? That's what I like to see. There's an abandoned pen along the path a bit. We'll stop off there and see what you're made of.
All right, sir. If you'll excuse me, I'll explain some things to the youngster here first. Wouldn't want no accidents happening.
So, we're here. Gnarly, tell the youngster here what's what.
All right, son. You're going to fight Lord Sameen. Hold on a mo.
What weapon will you...
What would you like?
Sword?
Don't get ahead of yourself, laddie. You can have my cudgel. It might be just a stick.
Thank you,
Save the thanks.
So, young'un, are you ready?
All right, let's do it.
What do you say, son?
Luck just wasn't on my side.
Luck's got nothing to do with it, son. The old man gave...
Oh, never mind old Gnarly, Henry.
I reckon you and me... Anyways, you can keep that old job, but take care of the old fella. He might...
I will, Cap.
Ah, I needed that. It's good to stretch the limbs every now and again. Don't worry about losing, lad. You've got some talent, I can tell. You should come to the courtyard, and Gnarly here will give you a good education in the art of the sword.
I call it the art of not getting skewered as soon as you step foot outside the village. But do come, Henry. We've got a nice arena in Sameen. It ain't no abandoned pig then.
You can't always choose your battleground, Gnarly. Whether it's a pig pen or an arena in Karlstein, it's the performance that counts. And while we're on the subject, where are you from, lad? It's clear you're not from Trotsky.
I'm from Silver Skallets, sir.
Aha! Now I understand why you're here. You're not the first one to flee here from the war.
I don't flee from a fight, sir. I have work here, and a lot of scores to settle.
You want to get revenge for what happened back home? That usually doesn't end well. You'd be better advised to find yourself a well-built girl, build a cottage, and visit the church and the tavern in turn. There's no helping your dead anyway.
That's nice advice, sir. Only women will tie you down, lad. Better to go and see a bit of the world. You're doing the right thing.
The mill? Yeah, the place by the Zheharovka stream. What then? As the war...
So, we're in Troskowitz. What now?
Well, that makes sense. If the bailiff sees you, he'll guess I'm in the village. And I'm really not in the mood.
I understand. All right, Henry. Run along to the rat house.
And Henry, not a...
As you wish, sir.
In the water at least a week, judging by the state of his body. So what? Somebody did need a shot. The dead man had been floating down the river for at least a week without anyone noticing.
Master Bailiff, can I ask you about something?
Ask away, by all means. Wait now, aren't you that lad who's helping Radovan in the forge?
Yeah, that's me.
I heard his hired hands went missing.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here.
Ah, I was thinking they were driving awful fast with that cart.
You saw them?
I did, a few days back. They raced through the village.
Where were they headed?
Towards the east, to Apollonia on the road.
I am indeed.
I'm glad to hear it. I heard that, and I can do without that kind of trouble now.
Do you know anything about Radovan?
Only what I've told you. But to tell you the truth,
Why's that?
Well, they might look like butter wouldn't melt. That pair have missed you.
It seems you have a lot of concerns with...
Of course I do. I'm the father of the bride, after all. Although Lord Semine would be happier if I paid all the bills, who's invited, what there'll be to eat and drink, entertainment, everything.
I understand. But isn't it just that the grooms...
That's not it. I'll tell you what it is. Only I've got coin. While he's trying to keep the wolf from the door.
You're right, Master Bailiff. Don't worry, though.
Let's hope. More like that old miser will go around...
I don't think Lord Semine... That'll be all.
Oh.
Well then, young man.
They were spotted here, sir. Going to the...
So the Yitchin?
Oh, they were driving so fast.
The thieving scum.
Sir, I can send a message to the Yitchin.
Oh, it'll take too long.
Won't you be missing preparations for the wedding at home, sir?
I will. Praise Lord Jesus Christ. If I have to choose between riding to Yitchin and listening to Dorothy's endless fussing, I'll take Yitchin any time. Besides, there's a nice inn along the way, the Three Cats. We can spend the night there.
I remember that place, but I'm not sure, sir, if they'll let the two of us set foot inside the door.
Oh, gnarly, that was 15 summers ago. God knows if the place is even still standing.
True. Still, we'd better keep our eyes peeled. They might not have gone to Yitchin. They could have turned off somewhere. Or something could have happened. They might have been ambushed, maybe.
Will you give over with that? I'll bet my braves they weren't ambushed. More likely we'll find them boozing at the Three Cats.
That'd surely be the best outcome, if that old dive is still standing.
Praise the Lord.
Let's go, then. So, St. Anthony, which way now?
While you're praying to the... Go and have a look along...
All right, sir, but don't forget.
Well, that's what we have the youngsters...
A sack of charcoal? That could have fallen off the cart.
You found anything like...
There's a sack of charcoal lying in the ditch, to the left of the road.
Oh, that makes sense.
We're getting close. I can feel it in my bones, sir. You'll have the car back in no time.
I just hope we find the horses, too. Yarmilka here ain't the youngest, and I wouldn't want to drag it back home myself.
A nobleman in harness. We ain't ever had such a spectacle in these parts.
You might get to see it soon enough. The lords in this country have all gone to the dogs. Every lowborn with a bit of coin builds a house in Kuttenberg while we live in squalor. Why do you reckon that is, lad?
That's a tough question, sir. But nothing happens on God's green earth without his will. If that's the way God wants it, there's nothing you can do.
None of this would be happening if we had a king. And I mean a real one. Not Wenceslas or Sigismund. Oh, anywhere that's not ruled by a strong hand, all sorts of things go wrong.
Especially when you've got Moravian relatives eating you out of house and home.
Oh, hold up. This is strange. I don't see...
I'm blind as a mole, sir. But it's all...
Well, that's just it.
I'll look up the road. And you, Henry, have a look back along the...
Very well, sir. Blacksmith's cart. And someone went to a hell of a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Hey! I found the blacksmith's cart! Come here!
Excuse me? Well, now, here we have it. The blacksmith's cart.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Yeah. Of course, the goods are gone. The bastards hauled it off to the rocks. That's clear. Well, we can't let them get away with it. We'll carry on, but on foot. My old young milker would only break a leg there. And keep a sharp lookout. Something stinks here.
I told you. They got ambushed by them bastards that's on the rampage around here, sir.
Oh, be quiet. We still can't be sure of anything.
Ah, Apollonia. I spent a lot of time running around here as a young lad.
Oh, not me. This place always gave me the shivers.
God's truth, I ain't got only good memories of it. One time, got my leg stuck in a crevice a bit further on. Trapped there all night I was, shitting myself with fear. It wasn't till morning that the folk from the fortress found me. The whole of Sameen was out looking for me. What is that, sir? It's just some rocks, ain't it?
You'd sing a different tune if you'd had the ropemaker's wife as a nanny when you were little. Now, she had some tales about this place. Headless horsemen, goblins, and white ladies. Every night, we'd gather by the hearth. The old woman would sit at her spinning wheel telling stories. I'll tell you, Captain, there isn't much I'm afraid of. But when that blind old crone was croaking her tales of devils and holes to hell, with the fire crackling and the wind whistling outside the windows and the whirring of the spinning wheel... Oh.
Hey, it ain't his fault.
It's true.
What's wrong with his leg?
I hear it.
There's somebody there, sure enough.
Let's get closer.
You two don't know the truth from an hole in the ground. Stumble was a priest. He showed me those pictures.
What do we do now?
I used to clamber the girls from Slatigo, and so's their underwear wouldn't get fucked.
That's nice, Gnarly, but I don't think it's scantily...
Well, there's a nice view into the gorge from up there.
Right. Henry, what are you waiting for?
Sure, sir.
I could do without girls with voices like...
Saw that? I'm not kidding. Tell him I'm not having him on. You saw it too.
True. He ain't yanking your fizzle. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. She had one
Those
different than the
definitely
other.
aren't the blacksmith's hands.
All right. But that ain't normal. Everyone must be laughing at the wench. Why? Something on my right. I don't know who'd like that.
So how's it look, Sonny? How many?
I saw 3. I didn't see them. It looked more like a patrol.
Seems we can't avoid a...
Sure am.
Just watch and don't get so... How...
What else do you...
Someone could go back up top and try to take one of them down with an arrow before...
Good idea. Borrow my...
All right, sir.
Climb up top, and as soon as you shoot the first time, we'll charge them.
Right you are, Captain.
Which? You see hexes everywhere. It ain't that strange. My uncle had a pair like that. Each eye a different colour, and he definitely weren't hex. How would you know? True. You never know what fucking folk have to bear. Jesus, Honza, don't start again. I'm trying to tell a story.
Thanks to God and the Blessed Virgin.
Oh. And it ain't over yet, sir. Your goods ain't here.
Well, we can't ask...
Oh, well.
But I don't think it was...
Me neither. But right past...
You think this was a...
It makes sense. But I don't want to go assume...
Yeah, well, you were right.
I am.
Hold on, lad. Give me back...
Oh,
shut up.
Of course. You did a good job.
I should bloody think so.
I thought we had everything clear, then, sir. You tried to fuck with me, so until we ride out, you're gonna stick right there and keep your mouth shut.
We did everything you asked. We got the blacksmith cart and the goods.
Horse shit. You tried to fuck me. That bastard cousin of yours owned up to it.
It was his idea. I wanted nothing to do with it.
Make no difference to me, Venser. You vouched for the crooked fucker. So now, it's on you. Actually, you could consider yourself lucky. If you hadn't saved my ass that time in Colleen, I'd have goat ear skin you alive.
Bastards. You can't trust anyone in these parts. Get ready, Gnarly. We are going to parley.
Like that time at the Johnny, sir.
Yes, exactly.
Only there was more of us that time, and less of them.
Oh, don't worry, there won't be a problem. They're just common thieves. Besides, I'll take young Henry with me.
What, me?
And if they're still feeling brave, you get to try out that new plaything of yours.
Ahem, gentlemen. I'm obliged to you for looking after my goods, but I'll take them back now. Just hand them over, and I'll let you go.
You must be from Samin, sir. Of course you can have everything back. As long as you ask nicely, eh? Well, how about we do things differently? You lay down your weapons, and we can all have a nice little chat. I mean, I don't intend to go murdering local lords. I just want your coin.
That's very noble of you, sir.
What are you gaping at? At them!
At them! Hammer them, men!
Slice him up!
You having a chance, bastard?
Nice hit!
You're right up for Yeah, don't spare him!
Hey! Get him!
You'll be fucking sorry.
Fucker!
Take that! Should have stayed out of it. Bash him on the head!
Damn it, there's one more! There's more of them!
I'll sort you out nicely! You're no match for us, fucker! I'll be done with you in a flash!
Hey, now you're fucked up.
Ha! We'll finish!
Go at him from the right!
Slice him up!
Get ready to leave this life!
At them! Christ! I don't have the whole day for you!
Yeah, don't
Take
spare
that!
him.
I'll rip your arse open! They got what they deserved, the fuckers! Henry! Hey, Henry! Are you listening?
What to do with you.
Come here!
What about your family?
What now?
One of them bastards fled into...
So they won't pay half a groschen.
I'll go and...
Great.
Tell me why I shouldn't hang you from the nearest tree, huh?
I didn't want him to car on it.
Well, who's going to stop me?
The law?
I can't see any law here. But I can see lots of rogues that will enjoy.
Don't be rash, sir. You don't want bad things.
Crows can't talk.
Bailiff or not, the family's common.
Like I said, we'll see what happens.
Everything!
I've got you now, Venser.
Well, why the fuck would I? Besides...
Who knows what they'll do to you?
For robbing Semine? He'll have me strung up from...
If I were in your shoes...
How would you know? Have you tried it?
Although, to come up with something that stupid, you must have fallen on your head.
Well, come what may.
Sure, I'll get... And I don't have to be the one who falls off the cliff.
One-on-one, yeah. Even if the noose is waiting for you, it's still a more pleasant...
You never know what might happen, friend. Mutt, so I'll take my...
You won't...
Oh, I told...
All right.
You're a dead man! I thought we were fighting fair, arsehole. You won't be able to take another one like that.
I had to kill him, unfortunately.
Don't feel bad about it, lad.
What about Gule?
He caught a few good hits, but he's alive. We'll take it. You did a good... And so you don't say I had you clamouring over...
Thank you, sir.
Don't thank me. You deserved it. And now, we'll go via Troskovitz. We can drop you off there. You ought to report back to Radovan as soon as possible.
A ride would be great.
Wait until...
I didn't do nothing wrong, I swear. It's all Vence's fault. It was him who said we'll sell the car to Gills.
Shut up, Francie. You both told me you'll bring me the cart, and then you try to fuck me over.
A thief robbing a thief. What a world.
I'm still a nobleman, if you don't mind. So I'm not a thief. I'm a robber baron.
A thief's a thief.
Where are you taking us?
To Sameen, where his lordship will hear you out and decide what to do with you.
I hope you realize you can't execute me just like that.
That depends. By rights, I should send a plea to the royal court to ask if we can behead you. But in these shitty times, nobody will give a toss. The parchment's expensive. So as far as I'm concerned, I'd happily take the risk and cut your head off without permission.
I can see how much you respect the rule of law here.
Eh, you're quite the joker. Invoking the law, are you?
And what will happen to me?
If you really are innocent, nothing will happen to you.
I am. It was Vencer who roped me into it. I swear on my ma's soul.
Is that supposed to soften my heart? Ah. Every good-for-nothing I've dragged to the gallows swore on his ma. Nobody with any decency would risk his mother's immortal soul, even if he was pure as the driven snow. But this arsehole don't think twice about damning her. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
The captain's right. Only the lowest of the low swears on his mother.
Ain't it grand you're here to make that clear for us? Now shut it. The two of you. I don't want you poisoning the air with the shit you spout. Right, we're in Troskovitz. This is where you get off, Henry.
Thanks a lot, Captain.
Don't forget to go and tell Radovan what happened, so he can stop worrying.
Will do.
And drop by Sameen sometime. You may be wet behind the ears still, but you're a laugh to have around.
What did you get yourself into, lad? Go and see the surgeon before you bleed to death.
Nah, I've had worse.
Don't cause any trouble. Got it?
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
Yeah, you stink like a wet dog. You're bleeding. Do you need some help?
No thanks. I'm just fine.
Greetings, my friend.
Let's talk about the price.
Sure. Why not?
What would you say to this?
Look, offer a bit more and we can make a deal. You'll convince me with that price. Excellent. It's a pleasure doing business with you. Take care.
I'm sorry.
Greetings. What do you have? Take care then. Thanks for nothing. Where are those cubes?
What? You left me in the shit. If you'd sorted it...
Trouble?
A brawl, and a big one. Them humans left...
Who started?
Does it matter?
I'll have a look at you.
Right. Nobody's safe with that rabble around.
There.
The innkeep.
Nothing serious. We just kicked those humans. I'd sleep better knowing someone made sure.
Someone like me.
What an idea. At least you'd show you're worth your salt.
All right then. I'll take.
Excellent. I don't care what you do with them. Just find their camp. Seems they came from Sami. Try.
Them showing their goat faces around here.
Someone should teach them how things work in these days.
You should leave. It's not safe for you here.
Thanks for the help, friend.
That sounds great.
Right now? Here we are. Welcome to our camp.
You hid yourselves well.
Better not see. You see yourself. All we want was...
You're right. I reckon you shouldn't return to the village. Next time it...
But now that...
Threat is too strong a word. I'd call it a friendly warning.
You are one strange fellow. You take their side, but they treat you no better than we. Than us.
Well, I may not be from around here, but I'm nothing like you. People like you destroyed my home.
People like us?
Humans.
Fuck. I sorry hear that. What is your name?
I'm Henry.
You Henry. All right, Henry.
Have you heard of Scallies?
Come on, boy. Open all the...
So you have heard of it?
Henry, I am sorry.
If only I knew how... I know there's nothing I can do about it, and I...
And it will, for a long time. So come. Past is...
I'm not in the...
Very well.
Should we have a toast?
Bottoms up. Serrated. Strong, yes.
What does it remind me of?
Only if you have... But no worry. You will not...
Where did you learn to speak our language?
Oh, from parents. Father travel a lot. Meet mother like that. She half German, half Czech.
You've traveled a lot.
Much.
Love?
That is... long story.
How'd you get on with those?
They sometimes drink together. But anyway, they don't... Maybe... How you say? On the other hand... Oh, no,
What do you mean?
Well, Yoshok here fall... Foruje Yoshok. Are another Senator Fogad, me. But nothing come from it, I think.
I have some experience with court. If he comes with me, I'll...
Ha, Lord.
Henry Megakarius Rezni neked osztna nőt.
Duma az egész. Hidd el nekem.
Menj vele.
Jól van.
Quick! We must make iron.
All right, just tell me. How do you say beautiful in your language?
Gyenyeru.
Gyenyeru. If someone said that to me, I'd think they were trying to insult me.
Kötekedik. Go already.
Hiányzik az otthonom. A kenyér illata. Basszus, még az anyám is
Look out.
meg az asszonyom.
Ha zavarba hozol előtte, megkeserülöd.
No question about it.
Borzasztóan nevetségesen hangzik a beszédetek. Inkább fogd a szád.
I'll do that.
Istenem!
You look to me a lot like the one our uncle was talking about. The boy was the one to talk to you.
Would you look at that? A visitor.
Can I have a word?
Even two if you would like. It depends who you are.
I'm a friend of Yasak here.
This fella?
That's right. You see, Yasak here wants to tell you something. Am I right, mate?
Mit bámulsz rám?
What's he blabbering about? Christ, you're drunk out of your minds, aren't you?
Well, maybe a little bit.
I should have known.
But just to muster up some courage.
Courage? What for?
Well...
Spit it out. What does he want this Arsiak?
Yasak.
Yasak, right.
Miért egyeztem bele ebbe?
He says he'd do anything for you. You like a piece of jewelry? Yasak will gladly steal it for you. Someone's bothering you? He'll bring you their head on a silver platter.
I see he knows what a woman's heart truly desires.
Csak mondd meg neki, hogy szép, és hogy tetszik nekem.
He's had dreams about you, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink.
I really don't, but I like to.
Well, you know, you were together. Alone somewhere. No humans, no nomads, no clothes.
You pig! He can fuck Sigismund in his dreams for all I care, but he doesn't have to tell me about it.
Gyerünk, nem éri meg.
Look out.
Ha zavarba hozol előtte, megkeserülöd.
Are you out of your mind?
Borzasztóan nevetségesen hangzik a beszédetek. Inkább fogd a szád.
I'll do that.
Istenem!
Tetumenga, you look just like that gajo that Aranka was talking about. Go and see the boy one. Somebody gave you a good working gold. Are you all right?
Would you look at that? Would you look at that? A visitor.
Can I have a word?
Even two. This fella.
You see, I'm all right, mate.
What's he?
Well,
I should have known.
but just to muster up...
Courage?
Well...
Spit it out.
Yasak.
Yasak.
He says he likes you a lot. Because you... And he also says your teeth are like stars in the night sky.
You said what about me?
Csak mondd meg neki.
How about a date? He says he knows a nice place in the woods. No witnesses around.
No witnesses? Dear God, what is he up to?
Mondtad neki vagy sem? Gyerünk, nem éri meg.
Now you should give Yasak a chance. You're not getting any younger, you know. And just between you and me, your breath smells like a horse's arsehole.
What?
But he doesn't mind at all. I reckon the poor bloke lost his sense of smell or something. At any rate, it's your only chance to find yourself a man.
Only chance, huh?
So what do you say? Will you give him a chance?
Think again. Go and bother a girl somewhere else. I've dealt with worse than you. Off with you.
Mi van? Mit csináltál?
She's just not into you. Can't say I blame her.
Csak nem mondtál neki valami hülyeséget? No, várj csak.
I've had enough.
Ó, dicsőség az irgalmas Istennek! Miféle ötlet volt ez?
I can bear to look. Look at him, that Gajo. Aranka describes somebody just like him. Go and see the voivod.
Good day. You don't look too good. You should see the sawbones.
Well, at least I have an excuse.
I was talking about.
You look like shit all the time.
No, I don't care for gossip. Nor do I. That's it. I'm not interested.
Good afternoon.
My name is Henry, and I've heard in the village that you're a renowned strong... I'm looking for someone to...
What's it about?
Well, it's complicated. I thought I was done for now. Well...
Aye, that I can do. I've been missing a...
What would you...
Oh, please. I'll do it out of sheer...
Great.
Sure. If you...
You should see the sawbones. You don't look good at all.
No different than usual. But thanks. I'll pay him a visit.
Ha!
What?
You come to save our family.
Save how? Slow down and...
How can I slow down, Gajo, when my only daughter gone? If Aranka's prophecy is true...
What prophet?
Miri Romney had vision. She says a stranger coming, not like us. And I believe her...
How can I help you?
How do you think?
Do you think...
No, I'm sure.
So she disappeared out of the...
On my honor, as well, we searched for her, but not... And now, it's written in... Will you help me?
I'll help you.
Dear God.
But hold on. You have... Voivod...
No.
But...
I said...
I just...
I am Voivod. And that means I'm wisest in all camp. And when I know...
Where's her tent?
We look through every...
Still...
Mishto. Marika, she sleep under a kind of oilcloth, right?
Where and when?
It has been 2 days. We even follow her tracks.
You mean Bajana, the herbalist?
I do not know that. She say she don't know anything.
I think I know every...
Please. Tu t'avais le bac. T'es satisfait.
Somebody gave you a good working over. Are you all right?
This? Nah, it's nothing. But thanks for asking.
Take care then, and thanks for nothing. Somebody gave you a good working over. Are you all right?
This? Nah, it's nothing. But thanks for asking.
You don't look too good. You should see the sawbones.
Mike, that's nothing out of the ordinary for me. But thanks. I'll go and see him.
David Bactalo, Romea.
Oh, Devamiro! What are you doing here, you scoundrel?
Nice scarf. Must have belonged to Marika.
Would you
God
look
bless.
at that?
Can I have a word?
Even...
Me?
Then, why...
You see, I'm all right, mate.
What's he...
Us?
I can tell. Spit it out.
Yasak.
Yasak.
Sorry.
What are you trying? Making fun of... Get out, especially...
It just didn't...
Hey! Look at him, that guy...
Wait! I'm no match for you.
Yes, ennyi
Why'd he do it?
That was a mean punch.
You look just like... that Gajo that Aranka was talking about. Go and see the voivod. You look to me a lot like the one Aranka was talking about. The voivod will want to talk to you. Somebody gave you a good working over. Are you all right?
If I leave now, they'll finish drinking it without me. Oh, whatever. Let them drink on their own. I still have to make sure they don't go back to Troskovitz.
Somebody gave you a good working over. Are you all right?
Careful.
I apologize.
rest.
The Lord be with you. That grey horse. What do you mean? I bought it, I admit. It was only for a few grosh, but that horse is... So it belonged...
Look, you know they attacked an entourage by that pond, right?
I heard about it. That news spread through the land like wildfire.
And the one who sold it to you told you he found it by the pond, right?
Well, he did, aye.
So it's not entirely impossible she belonged to me.
Maybe not impossible, but I paid for her.
Aye, but just a few groschen. You said so yourself. Wouldn't you rather be in the good graces of someone who might have been part of that expedition?
Maybe so. All right, I'll give her to you. But you owe me one. Go and get her then. If she remembers you, she might even come when you whistle for her. Safe travels. What are you whistling for?
Easy, good horse.
Ja! Ja! Quick! Go! 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 Quick!
Red Dead Redemption 2 момент.
Go! Ja!
So, job done. The car...
Whew.
It turned out they tried...
Oh. They did they?
Aye. They plotted with some...
The bastards. I should have And how did you get the cart back?
Well, I went to Semine, and they were wondering there too. Me, Lord Sem...
Well, God's no...
That's right. They were hiding...
Indeed. Where else?
Venser didn't survive the skirmish in Gules' camp. And Franzi...
I wouldn't be too sure about that. They were only here... And that Franzi could talk his way...
We'll see. Either way, it's Lord Semine's concern now.
Anyway, the main thing is the cart turned up. I'd be in a right mess if it didn't.
No doubt.
And you've earned a reward for your trouble. I've got just the thing for you. Some mercenary once had his cuirass repaired here, but never came back for it. Who knows what happened to him? So now it's yours. It's been through a bit, but it'll still serve for a while.
Thanks. It'll come in handy. And have you got another job for me?
Young Lord Semine's wedding is coming up, and it's got my head spinning. Look, you must have seen Agnes, the bailiff's daughter, when you were in Truskovitz. What do you think of her?
Well, young Semine is marrying her, isn't he? Why would I have my eye on her?
Don't pretend. A statue of a saint would have his eye on her. Looks ain't everything, though. She's got such a sharp tongue on her. I almost feel sorry for young Semine. And how about you, lad? Have you got some lass waiting in Sasau?
Yeah. And I hope she'll wait. Her name's Teresa. Her uncle owns a mill on the river in Ratai.
A girl from the mill? You want to watch out for them types. You might get caught up in devilry, lad. A wedding's a serious business. You're not just getting a bride, but a whole family. So you have to show them you're a man who's worth it. All the more so when you're noble-born. Old Semine wants a special sword forged for his son's wedding present.
Excellent.
Hold your horses. It can't be any old steel.
A blade of fir...
That's right.
Ah, I see.
God's nails. And you're right. We don't have the steel for a strong sword that won't break.
I'd like to know where you're going to get your hands on some welded steel.
Relax, lad. I've got it all. There's this old hermit called
And he can pray for us?
God's nails. Let me finish. The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago, and folks say they saw this from the description. It seems...
Welded Spanish steel?
See now?
Naturally.
They say that Ambrose, the people from far and wide, used to go to him. I even heard he made a pact with...
With the devil?
No idea. It might...
What strange...
I heard something in the tavern about some...
Where can I find...
Do I look? I know he has a hut somewhere in Apollonia.
Right. I'll try... In return, you'll get me invited...
If it means so much to you, come and see Betty from the Truskovitz Tavern. She'll definitely... But Henry, if there's any... The best sword in the world... Quick!
Ka! Go!
Go! Quick! Go! Ka! Ka! Go! Quick! Oh!
God grant you health. What would you like?
I'd like to learn...
What is this?
Can you explain to me...
It's simple. I give arrows or bolts to the archers. If you hit the outside ring, you get 1 point. If you miss, or you hit an opponent's target, but if you manage to shoot off all your ammunition, we've got 3 competition levels. The more experienced the archers, the more arrows or...
I'd like to
Your first time, eh? What's it to be?
Crossbow.
And why not? If the gent wishes to shoot a
I'd like to...
What's it to be?
Maybe...
All right. So what do you feel up to? Of course, it's tougher against...
Nah, I'd rather not get ahead of myself.
Fine. Of course, it ain't for free, though. Have you got...
Hang on. Yeah, here it is.
Wait a while until I get the other arch.
Get set. And go!
I hit it! I had to land to stop!
I'm shooting like Apollo himself today. I'm all thumbs today. I won again! God bless. Same to you.
Ну, отлично, игра просто сдохла. Я люблю мировую, короче, все, когда сегодня сама игра хочет спать, то я тоже спать.